This is a clip from the Red Cow Arcade podcast.
I can't find this commercial, Super Credit Man. I talked about it on Boxmac. It
wasn't on John's hard drive or whatever.
Fucking John,
TiVo.
who was like, we can go to my TiVo and make content of my TiVo. No, it's his he's like, he tried to plug in the hard drive. It was just failed outright. Turns out when you have trash in your room for 20 years, it doesn't work. So that's
ignore hard drives for 20 years. They'll just fail.
Obviously. Somebody's got that commercial somewhere, but it is not on the internet. No way.
No.
I've asked multiple people to look at this point. It's the only way anybody's ever going to find it is if you go through hours and hours of recorded television and maybe find it somewhere in there. And there's people from the area who want to see this thing. It was just for those who hadn't heard on the Boxmac episode where we talked about it. It's a local commercial called Super Credit Man with a guy in an inflatable suit saying that like he'll improve your credit faster than a speeding bullet, and he bends like a styrofoam or like a blow up inflatable like barbell. And I don't know, it just really sticks out in my mind. So I was like, I bet we could find it if we really put our minds to it. And if we really put our minds to it, we might as well make a documentary about it. So like if you would be interested in a Red Cow documentary about finding missing media, it would be called The Death of Super Credit Man. Maybe that's the kind of thing that it's so local. It's so South Coast. I wonder if I could get like Fun 107 to like join me on that or something. That's an idea.
I think it's definitely a fun idea for a documentary or like some sort of content.
Yeah. Doesn't have to be feature length. It could be 50 minutes,
Yeah. Just like a fun search.
There's a question. There's a question I think of, you could make it, you could give it some depth. You could, for instance, interview all kinds of local people and have them describe the commercial and cut between people who are describing the commercial, because everybody, that's what's so compelling about it is everybody remembers it.
Yeah.
And it's nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
It only lives in our memories.
There's like the Providence subreddit or whatever, or the Rhode Island subreddit is like, you guys remember Super Credit Man?
Yeah. No, everybody remembers it. And yet it's not available to watch in an age of like everything's available to watch. And then, I think you could do a whole thing about like the history of you could decide to sort of spotlight lost media throughout the century. What are the most famous pieces of lost media, but have Super Credit Man be your central lost media, the least important one. It could be very good.
I think so. I mean, it's like these things that become essential parts of your DNA that are frivolous, basically. You know, like
it's unheard of. We all have the experience of like, oh, I remember something from my childhood, something I watched, but I don't know what it was called, and that's why you can't find it, because you don't remember what it was called, or you don't remember, whatever. This is like, no, it's Super Credit Man. I would know it the second I see it. I know every word of the commercial, and I can't find it. Like, I'd knock on the doors of used car places. I would look through, I guess I would go to probably like the local Fox affiliate,
Oh, maybe.
Yeah. Probably would have some luck there.
Get some
the other
those tapes, those
yes. They, the archived VHS tapes, the Betamax and stuff. It'd be amazing to have the original. Because if you're going to go all out and find it, can you find the original?
Oh yeah, that would be
Can you find the raw footage and re-edit it?
Can you film a recreation with the original actors?
Well, I was thinking, I was like, the problem with that movie is what if you don't find it? And then like and I was like, well, if I didn't find it, I know exactly what I would do. I'd fucking recreate it. I would recreate it from memory. And that would be a cute idea too. Have other people recreate it from memory. And then have tons of people recreate it.
Yeah, with their like iPhones, yeah.
And and Call it Super. So instead of calling it The Death of Super Credit Man, you call the movie Super Credit Man Lives.
Yes.
It's a great idea. Get excited, everybody. I'm a little bit serious about Super Credit Man. If you get off my ass about Junt's Cart and Boxmack for 10 minutes, I could maybe start focusing on this thing.
Well, if you need help, Poe.
Hell yeah. It could be fun.
Subscribe to Red Cow Entertainment on Patreon for full episodes every other week.